Hello everybody, my name is Frigid Hyperion, and welcome back to the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. This will be session number 26 now. And joining me today are lovely Dungeon Master Emily, Kale is playing Brine, Rocky is playing Edward, I'm playing Moonzic, Lily is playing Windchime, Quinn, he is here right now, is playing Enemo, and Dawn, giving us our recap today, is playing Soaren.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it, send it right over to Don, who's playing Soaren, for the recap.
Oh, we're going right into it. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, we started the session off by exploring, I started off the session by exploring the forest, foraging for materials for what I believe was breakfast. Before coming across a suspicious man in a tree and an owl bear attacking him, which we absolutely obliterated. We achieved 2 of the eggs that I believe we still have and are looking at selling. We came across a pond, or Soaren, I should say, had a gut feeling and came across a pond in which was polluted and killing a follower of the god, or the goddess, Melora. We solved the puzzle to that and healed the pond, healing the unicorn in the process before obtaining a magic item and moving on to the night, which ended up having a encounter which went very horribly for him, you could say, but gave us a lot of money and a few items from him, where I believe we left off, if I'm not mistaken.
Just to clarify, we don't know how much money we got off of that guy.
That is true.
Yeah, we kind of just robbed him and then stuffed it in a sack and, like, never looked at it.
To be fair, I thought we were wagering a lot of coins to buy something of Brine's.
Assuming he was a reputable merchant who was actually willing to pay, we were very much about to we very much got a payday there.
We're bandits now.
We still don't know how much we got out of it, but we'll know eventually.
Mm-hmm.
We'll know eventually.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been upgraded to bandit status.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Yep.
Alrighty then. We are picking back up right after your long rest. Edward, you had a fitful sleep last night. What were you dreaming about?
Well, I guess Edward is dreaming about Bernard. He's not really quite sure where he is at the moment. He's mostly thinking about, dreaming about the places he can be, like vast scapes and settings, you know, of mountains, trees, cityscapes, buildings, all encompassing the entirety of Wildemount. And despite him being able to see the entire encompassment of Wildemount, he was still unable to see where Bernard is in the moment, and the only thought he could think of before he woke up was, I wonder if he's doing all right.
You are getting these flashes of images throughout your dreams of all the scenes that you have described, right? Kind of everywhere but nowhere all at the same time. And there was this moment when you had this little switch, right? This little that made you realize or remember exactly where you were sitting. And you find yourself in a chair looking into an orb with the hands of Madame Madrigal right on either side of you, holding yours. You see the little necklace that she was wearing that day. And you look into the orb in front of her. And you once again see that ocean, the fire, the infinite sea of purple and fog, the stars twinkling in the sky before the image flashes. And once again, you see the book flipped open. On the top of the page, is your name. Beneath that, you see the name of a Nemo. And your dream ends. Just that simple. You wake up.
Well, morning, everyone.
Morning. Also, who's everyone? We're alone in this tent.
Morning, Brine. I suppose we should probably get up and fix up breakfast, shall we not?
Probably. It's a little early, but...
Alright, I'm gonna go, see if everybody else is awake, and if they are, I can probably go up, conjure some more servants. Do you need anything from me?
Not really. Thanks for offering, though. Let's go see what everyone else is up to this fine morning.
Alright then, with that, Edward is going to get up, and he is going to check up on everyone else, and actually say morning everyone to everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good conversation.
Good morning to you. Says
You gonna
Henry.
get breakfast fixed up?
Good morning. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Ah.
How many
You-
more days do we have on the road?
Think one or two yet?
Yeah, that's about right. Just a couple more days left. Depends on how many stops he's got to make. I'm just playing with y'all. You guys have been great.
Thank you.
I know it wasn't your idea to stop for ice cream, but I think it kept everyone's spirits up.
Hey. As long as we're all happy and comfortable. Definitely not late. Breakfast. Sounds delicious.
It always sounds delicious. I'm famished.
What do we
You've been cooking a lot. Here you go. And he hands Brine a small, like a sack of oatmeal.
Thank you. I'll start up, and I start cooking. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. Does anybody still have any more of those berries or nuts? Some sugar?
Oh, I have some berries.
I have quite a bit actually left over from last night.
I mean, I did buy a sack of flour. Not sure that's going to be anywhere.
We're making oatmeal, Edward.
Yeah,
Do you
there's
want
not
some,
much that we can give here.
Do you want some company while you're making breakfast?
I would love some.
And then she will sit down and keep Brine company.
I'm gonna use some of the non-magical berries. Please do not give me good berries.
Good berry oatmeal.
You don't want my good berries?
That's right, no! They're useful as healing during an adventuring day.
Good berry oatmeal. Good berry
Oh
oatmeal.
my god. The optimizer and me screaming.
I can hear some bad berries.
The not so good berries.
I can step on them, make them even worse.
Berries.
Yes, I wasn't trying to slight you.
Bad berries. Take away 1 HP and leave you hungry for the rest of the day, no matter how much food you eat.
That was a mechanic. Okay, real talk, that was actually a mechanic in first edition. You could essentially reverse cast, so like healing spells could be cast as the damaging versions of themselves and vice versa.
Oh my goodness.
We still have some holdovers, like inflict runes is literally cure runes, just the reverse cast version.
But it's
3d10 is not equivalent to 1d8.
It's not, but like that was what it used to be.
That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Sorry. D&D trivia aside. No, I just think the good berries are especially useful right after a combat situation since they heal so much. And I don't want to lose your valuable talents.
Yeah, I guess they are more like medicine. You ever eat like those gummy vitamins?
What's a gummy vitamin?
What is a
It's
gummy in
like
general?
candy. Oh, they're so good.
It's been ages.
My mom makes them. They taste like honey. Ooh, boy.
It's been ages since I've had one.
Did someone say honey? Would you like to buy a small jar?
Literally nobody here wants to buy you honey.
His shameless self-plug.
I have a whole liter of honey, actually.
Oh.
I bet it's better than yours.
Oh!
God damn.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I think Winjin is just having a moment today.
Actually, may I add some honey to this? We're still missing a bit of sweetness.
Used her honey. Apparently, it's better.
Okay, yeah, I'd go ahead
if you
and get my
insist.
honey for free.
If you insist.
I bought it so that we could do honey challenges, like that cinnamon challenge we did like a month ago.
Challenge? That wasn't a challenge.
That was a prank.
What
Tasteless
prank?
one.
Well, we can do a honey prank.
I like the
All in
idea.
favor of calling the cinnamon challenge the cinnamon prank?
has to be on people who are unsuspecting, of course, but I... Well, that sounds like an interesting way to pull a prank on somebody, but we'll have to discuss that more later.
It'll make their mouths stick together and they won't be able to talk.
I'm pretty sure you're confusing honey with Soaren glue. I don't think honey has adhesive properties that potent.
Although, you could color Soaren glue to make it look like honey.
I mean, that would be an egregious waste of Soaren glue.
Well, I mean, that just depends on what you think is useful.
Well, either way, I feel like we could do something with honey to pull off a prank, but again, that's something we'll have to refine later.
Okay.
Let us see what's all hard at work.
So we're eating.
With all that being said, what exactly would you like? He's gonna lay out everything he had from the last 2 hunts, which, if you want me to read it off, I can. Otherwise, I don't know if you remember any of it.
We don't.
So I have henny flowers, hyacinth flowers, honey, wax, kelp, milky caps, rose hips, and dulse.
Lots of those sound not like breakfast foods, but I really do appreciate it.
Then perhaps I can hold on to it for later.
And Brine finishes making breakfast.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna start fixing up some servants to help around our camp.
Alright. The faster we can get packed up, the
You can do
more
that.
time on the road we'll have. And the closer to Fairlin we'll get.
Would anybody else like to do more ingredients like you guys typically do? Or
You are sounding very muffled.
Yeah, your mic's choppy.
is there anything else anybody would like to do? Like forage for ingredients like you guys typically do in the morning? Or like talk with anybody besides what you already have?
Jim will go foraging, I suppose. After
Okay.
breakfast.
Anybody else?
No.
No. Brine's busy making food.
Okay. Then go ahead.
Is he helping her?
Yay.
Then go ahead and
What?
go ahead and roll like survival or nature or arcana, depending on what you're looking for.
Well, I think what I got from that was either roll nature or
Roll
or survival. Or...
Roll whatever I'm trying to look for. So I'm trying to look for more of the magical items ingredients. So I'll roll investigation, I suppose.
Okay.
Not much.
Looking about the area, you can't find much of anything of magical plants or ingredients of the like that way. However, you do find the just like off the edge of camp, you you do find the girl who I'm sorry, my brain is really slow.
It's okay.
You do find the girl who had repaired the wheel the carpenter. You do find her seeming to have a hot and steamy makeout session with the Dragonborn.
Yeah, we should probably give them.
You did not see that.
This is for Moonzic's eyes.
Oh.
And my eyes only.
Oh.
Of course you have the old man look on a makeout scene.
Oh, the anime themes.
He's just going to smile to himself and walk away. As Moonzic typically does. It's not his business to stick his nose in.
That's the only thing I'm interested in.
That stopped the party before, guys.
Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything, you guys pack up the rest of camp and make your way on the road. No, you only have a few days left. You can definitely tell that you're getting closer to the town. As what was once dense forest has definitely thinned out a little. It's much more easy. The road is a little bit wider. It's easier to see further distances. And you even come across a few farms, few and far between. What is our marching order?
I think wind chimes in front still.
Yes. Taking the reins.
I'll have Cheem in the back.
In the back. Okay, what about everybody else? Please speak up.
Brine will be up front.
Okay.
Edward is sitting in the middle, as usual.
Narkai in the back.
Okay. Alright. The Soaren also in the middle, I presume?
Yes.
Wonderful. You, first up, Lily, have Windchime roll her performance check.
She performs drive cart.
Oh.
That is not good.
Oh no.
Oh no. Close to
No.
20 too.
No. Stop right there for a second before we resolve that. Who is rolling perception checks?
Me! My advantage! That's who's rolling. Even though my perception is actually really terrible.
Hey, advantage is advantage.
Okay, well,
Cheem well as well since he's on the back.
Oh, let's go!
Nice. Woo, let's go 10!
Yeah! Woo! That's what I've been waiting for! That's what it's all about!
17.
Okay.
Quinn rolled his.
I thought I heard, Brine also want to roll.
No. No, if I can, I will. But you said 2 people.
No, I think I said 2.
All right. Sure, I'll roll. I'm not very good at it.
Let's go
16.
Not
16!
horrible either.
That pretty bird is left Cole alone. Finally.
Okay, so you guys begin your journey in Earth. Everything is going pretty smoothly. You hear the chirping of the birds. You even see that there's that crisp, cool air, denoting that it is the autumnal season. Where when you woke up this morning, you could almost see your breath. But as the sun started to rise in the sky, and the fog that kind of was across the ground from the cool earth meeting the warm sun started to quickly disperse, and you guys were again just making your way in the chill morning. But as the sun rises, everybody feels a lot more warm. In fact, it's almost getting a little too warm as the sun starts to have a unusually strong presence. Sorry, I'm just looking here. Cole is flying high in the sky, and after having said goodbye to his lover, who has been following around for the past several days, after an adieu to her, he goes a diligent flight around, keeping an eye about. He notices a few different things while he's flying. In fact, you are not all from only farmland. You probably have maybe a whole other day of woods, and then it's just only farmland as you approach the city. So not very much left of the ability to go foraging and the like. You gather.
At what boundary does it become thievery if we were to forage in the farmland? I wonder.
You will know.
I don't think it matters that much.
Maybe we can find out.
We just stole from somebody. No, I know. Just legality's sake.
There's a line between stealing from some douchebag merchant and stealing from Brahm, per se.
I mean, we haven't.
Absolutely.
There's a whole lot to unpack here that I'm not going to get into.
I was mostly making a legality joke, not a morality joke.
I mean, both from a legal and moral standpoint.
Okay. I'm gonna give this. Okay. Cole flying up in the air. You do know that he does see a meadow up ahead. That he keeps note of that, along with the fields and the various other places. And Nemo, it's your 19.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
You from the back of the cart, you see no nothing too. It's so hard because you're in the back of the cart. But you don't see too terribly much. You see these beautiful falling leaves and trees as they kind of arch above the road ahead, above you, behind you, I guess. You do, however, notice a small, bright red bird.
Bright red what? Sorry?
Bird, like a
Bird. Okay.
Like a cardinal.
And
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a nature check.
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. 12.
That's okay. You don't know if cardinals are in this area. It strikes you as odd, because you haven't
there-
seen one before
is there-
now.
Is there anybody in with me? In the back?
Yes.
Shame.
Okay. Hey, there's this, like, bird right there. It looks really pretty. But I haven't really seen one around here. Must be like a rare sighting or something.
Show me, where is it?
I'll point to the bird.
Would Moonzic know if it's...
Looks like a cardinal, but go ahead and roll the nature check.
Okay.
You're fairly familiar with this area, and this actually nature check. I asked you to do that because I didn't want to give away anything, but I'm just going to tell you. You know for a fact that there are no cardinals in this area. However, there is a family of rather high import in Phelan that you know from personal experience has I think it's called an apiary.
Yep, aviary.
that collects some brightly colored birds. You think that this cardinal might come from them, but it'd be weird. They would have to have been let out, right?
Right.
But you know they import like exotic birds, or not necessarily exotic, but beautiful birds. Who sometimes are exotic.
Like bright colored birds.
Yes. You know this because they have a son who is like he is disabled and he really likes the way they look, so they also import them in and he hangs out in the apiary.
Aww.
But it's weird that it's not there. You don't think that they would survive long,
No.
especially with some hunters around who want to collect it.
Cool, isn't it?
It is,
Pretty.
actually. I want to try making a chirping sound to, I'm sure he's probably gone to see the aviary once or twice and might be familiar with the call it makes.
Maybe. Go ahead and roll me a animal handling check.
Oops, that's the wrong menu. Animal handling. Come on. Ugh.
I do want to remind you, if this is something you're interested in, you do have luck points. Not luck points. That's not luck points.
Hero points.
Hero points. That was called.
Wrong system.
That is true. I do have hero points, and I have a good 7 of them. I could raise that up.
Yeah. God, hero points. When was the last time we...
I do want to do this because it would be important. I feel like it would be important. Moonzic feels like it would be important at least. I'll throw in 5 hero points to make it a 14.
Okay.
What's that?
Nobody heard you.
Oh, tell me, what do you do?
Recalling the knowledge of seeing the aviary and having a couple, remembering that a couple of the attendants there at the aviary were able to call the bird over. Moonzic tries to mimic the same call to draw its attention, and tries to have some seed ready, if available.
Yeah, I'd say you probably have some in your rations.
Yeah.
So you kind of put your hand out like you saw many of them do, and you give a little, and the bird, you almost start to put your arm down because you gave up, right? Just you're almost like, oh, well, that didn't work. When suddenly it decides to and flip over and land on your hand, as you offer it a bit of bird seed. What do you do, Anemo, having seen him call this bird over?
Well, that's impressive.
This bird isn't normally from around here. It's not a native to the Menagerie Coast.
And you're just able to do that when it's not native to the area.
There is an aviary in Phelan that I visited once or twice.
You visited it once or twice and can call it over?
I don't know. Just...
Aye, Captain.
I mean, it's not a stretch to say that he can mimic sounds and stuff from the fact that he literally does that every time he changes
This is
identity.
true. This is very true. But anyway, the point being is that they normally don't let any of their birds out of the aviary just because a good number of them wouldn't survive out here for very long. I have a feeling that the people who run the aviary would probably want this little bird back.
This is an important question. You get the feeling, the both of you, that if you don't do anything, this bird is going to end up flying away again. How are you capturing this bird?
I can look around quickly for some sort of cage or box that's around, like some sort of box, an empty one.
Make sure there's some holes in it if we're
Well, we can make some holes. We can make some holes. Just like, let's find something.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. I'm going to let you do it at an advantage since it's the both of you looking, and because you're familiar with this cart.
What's your
Exceptionally
investigation roll? Or am I doing it?
Yeah, you are.
I've currently got a bird on my hand. Oh no. Hero points.
Yeah, I kind of wanted you to do it.
I mean,
9.
A 9?
You do have hero points.
I do have hero points. I want this bird.
This is my bird now.
So hero points can add to the roll, right?
Yep.
That's the idea.
So for you, I don't know why you'd want to subtract, but it can add or subtract for you, at a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you have 7 hero points, you can increase it by 7, right? For others, so like your allies, right? If you wanted to adjust Moonzic's score, it's at it's 2 for 1 point, right?
Oh.
And for enemies or people you're fighting or people outside of your allies, right? That is at a 3-to-1.
Right. So does anybody points fingers together? Got any hero points?
They have to be in the same area as you.
I know. I'm talking to somebody in particular.
Oh.
You got any extra hero points for me, buddy?
I do have 2 extra, so I could give you 1 point to adjust.
Is that not the way that it works? I thought it was the other way around. I thought that one thing to give me would give me 2.
2 hero points for a 1 point adjustment.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
may-
It's a 1-to-1 then.
Asking
I'll just
someone
take the
else to do it, they're
1-to-1.
gonna use
I'll take the
twice
1-to-1.
as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always cheapest for yourself.
Yep.
Let's take 5. So it'll be a 14.
Okay.
Let's go 14.
You find you kind of look around. There's a couple of there's actually the lizard, not the lizard. The
There's
dragon
actually a
board.
fucking lizard.
There's the dragon board and the carpenter are also in this cart with you, and you can see they're sitting right next to each other. And but you find a basket with a top that you can almost kind of see through. It looks like it was hand woven, and on the inside of it is some pots and pans and things that people would use for cooking. And you just kind of open it up, kind of make eye contact with them, dump it out, and then bring it back over to the bird.
Yeah, exactly. Put it in here.
All right. He's going to ever so gently put the bird in the box, with some seed in there, of course, to keep him.
Of course. You can now add a captured
Your inventory.
cardinal. Captured cardinal to your inventory.
Go ahead. That's all you.
Kidnapped cardinal.
Has an important targeting tip against the Pope.
I wonder how much we could sell its feathers for.
I wouldn't.
I'm just playing.
I know.
Looks into his wallet.
Okay. Now, on the other end of things, while they are having this time at the back of the cart, up in the front, there is a moment you guys are just driving. Well, I should say wind chime is just driving and making your way. The path is so much easier than it was before. It's much wider. You can see a whole lot more, but you get a little cocky. You think that you've been doing really well. Driving this cart for a while, wind chime.
Of course.
And you kind of get a little distracted by the sparse forest around you, looking for any glimpse that you can of animals or interesting things, or you're even still looking for flowers or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can tell me if you want. When from up ahead and around a small bend, Brine, you hear padded footsteps.
I will turn to look.
Looking around, you see a dog with some sort of rope attached to his neck, just booking it.
Some sort of rope?
cord straight, some sort of rope around its neck, dangling down against the thing, and a collision course straight towards the cart. Which time you don't see anything happening. Brine, what are you gonna do?
Can I cast Mage Hand to grab onto the rope and pull it out of the way?
It's
just
only
kind of
5
guide
pounds.
it.
Yeah, that's not going to. That's
I
not.
can't put like 5 pounds of force to one side and kind of like jolt the dog.
Can I jolt the dog with
Yeah.
lightning?
So there's so
I'm
many.
not trying to physically.
Well, I know what to say. There's so many moving parts to this right now. Go ahead and I'm gonna have you roll an animal handling check.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see if that is. I get what you're going for. I do.
I just don't like it.
No, I don't mind
I'm
it.
kidding.
It's just there's a lot of moving parts.
It is. Ooh.
That's a 6. Yeah, given that it's a lot of moving parts, I think Brine just kind of automatically casts Mage Hand to try and like pull the dog out of the way, and I'm also going to tell Windchime. Do you see that dog?
Dog.
Windchime, if you want to swerve out of the way of this dog, I'm gonna need you to tell me exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, what's going on. It's the second you realize, and roll it. Basically, I don't want you to hit this dog, but you might hit this dog. I'm just saying.
How close is the dog?
Like just running full sprint. It's like this. It's this this big old mastiff that's kind of got these big long jowls. That's drool. There's like he looks happy as all can be, and he's like booking it with a. It seems to have some sort of rope that's kind of dangling from its neck. It's running from around the bend right at you.
Okay, right towards us, not like to the across.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I mean, her first instinct is going to be to pull on the reins to stop the ox from walking.
Okay. If that's your first instinct, you can either roll your animal handling or continue your performance check.
Let me think about this. She's also going to yell, like, hey, slow.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, we're going to go with animal handling this time.
Okay.
As you yell and you pull on the reins, the cart slowly comes to a stop. You guys weren't going terribly fast. Like it's just a cart at the end of the day. It's a couple of ox, but you slow it down, and the dog just continues to just run at you, and he just runs right past you. You see, he is like his tongue is flapping in the air, and he is just having the time of his life as he books it right past all of the carts. You,
I am still trying to like slow it down with a hand on the leash.
5
I
pounds.
know.
Gonna do
I
it.
know. I know it's not gonna stop it, but I'm trying to at least like. I'm giving like little jolts and doing it. It's not doing anything. It's the same roll as earlier. It's just trying its best to keep the dog somewhat in the realm of around here. I guess would be the best way of putting that.
Okay. As you're doing that, you see this dog just flapping its. You see the rope that was kind of dangling. It's kind of like somehow for some way just like in the air. And as this dog just runs right past your cart, Edward and Soaren, what are you doing? Seeing this?
We noticed the dog, right?
Yeah. Oh, you noticed everything come to a stop, and you saw the dog run right past. I'm giving you an opportunity to do something if you wanted.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion on the dog. And, well, I mean, technically it doesn't target the dog, but, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, right? And then I'm gonna make a giant piece of random, like, this juicy, succulent piece of, like, bacon float, or at least it looks and smells like bacon to the dog, right? With the sensory effect and whatnot. I guess if I'm allowed to, can I like also combine it with Prestidigitation to like add a smell? Right? Like minor illusion for like an illusion of a floating piece of bacon.
You don't really have that much time, actually. You don't have. You only would have a round. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
Do the smell.
I'm going to make a floating piece of bacon. Just within the sight lines of the dog. And then I'm gonna like make it float away from the cart.
Okay, Soaren.
I'm just gonna try and call to it. Just kind of calling. Hey, doggy, come here. Where are you going?
Or it is a dog.
Go ahead, and because of this distraction from the tugging, from the illusion of bacon, and your calling, go ahead and roll me animal handling at advantage.
That's another 14. What is up with the 14s today?
Let's go 14!
Everybody wants a 14, or we just roll a 14?
Yeah, it's just only 14s, and nothing but 14.
Okay. You see, the dog pauses for just a second. You see the rope still in the air, dangling from behind it. You can see it's like a gentle tug around its neck that it's not noticing at all as its big tongue flops out and looks at you, looks at the bacon, and tries to jump right onto the bacon.
Oh,
it's kind of floating, so it's gonna just lunge for it. As it does so, it lunges for the bacon. It disappears. Well, like, he can't see it anymore. He goes, and then just bounds with all the force of 120 pounds of pure dog. As he just starts and bounds onto you, Soaren, pressing his paws into your chest, slobber dripping all across your face as he goes blah, and gives you a big old lick.
I'm gonna try and hold on to it.
Okay, you can pretty easily grab onto the rope.
Hug.
It was dangling.
Give it a big ol' hug. Oh, hello. Yes, wet kisses. You seem in a good mood.
Marley?
Where did you come from, little? Or I guess you're not little, big guy. And what's with this rope?
With that up ahead, you see both Brine and Windcharm. You see somebody running from around the corner, just running as fast as they can. They've got like a big fishing pole on the back of their on their backpack, and they appear to be fairly short. Maybe a halfling or a child. You're not really certain, but they're running around the corner.
Missing a dog.
Spot! Spot!
Yeah, it's
Come back, boy! Please, I'm so tired. Spot!
I think he's on our cart.
Oh, thank God. You see a young a young halfling man. He's probably in his 20s, early 20s, late teens. He's got like a big wide brim hat, and it seems to be like straw hat. And he's got a big fishing pole on his back. He looks at you and goes, did you guys see where my dog went? Oh, he was running through here.
I'm just in my cart getting, like, absolutely dominated by this dog just licking the shit out of me.
Why do you have to put it like that?
I don't know how else to put it like
You of all people have no
I don't know how
talk,
else to put it
Rocky.
like that.
Like,
Like-
especially with like the word dominated. Like, I feel like
I
there's
don't know how else to
Rocky,
put it.
Rocky, you have no room to talk.
Like, I'm unable to get up.
Yeah, your dog went.
unable to get.
He definitely jumped in the cart over there.
Oh, thank God. I tell you what, he weighs at least twice as much as I do.
Oh my goodness, yeah. He was running right at us. I thought I was going to crash into him.
He's not the sharpest knife in the box.
But he's really cute.
He's very cute. When somebody gave him to me when he was just like a little puppy. I mean, he could just barely fit in my two of my hands. I didn't think he was going to be as big as he was, but boy, he never stopped growing, and he never stopped eating. Anyway, where is he? He's kind of like wandering, looking for his dog.
Windchime will jump off the cart and try and help him find the dog.
And I'm just...
Oh, Spot, buddy! What? You're so much tongue! Oh, God. I'm so sorry, sir. Oh, wow. You are just completely soaked. I'm so sorry. You have a towel. Gives you a handkerchief.
Meanwhile, Rocky is screaming on the inside.
Why am I screaming on the inside?
Never mind.
He's the only person that didn't get it.
Here you go. Hi, Spot. Oh, buddy. No, please stop licking me. Oh, I hope you had a good adventure. And he kind of grabbed a hold of Spot, who's currently like licking all over his face. Well, I thank you guys very much for stopping him. I don't know how long I could have kept up back behind him. I know he would have come home eventually, but he just he saw his rabbit and just started running. Oh, terrible.
How far away are you from where he started running? Like, we're heading back that way if you need a ride.
Oh, I'm just, I don't know how do you say this. I'm just up and around the bend, probably an hour or two walk. I was out there in the looking at my special fishing spot, and that's actually why I named him Spot, because of my special fishing spot. That somebody gave it to me while I was at. So, Spot. I guess that makes sense.
Me.
Anyway, I'm just up and around the bend. I was just planning on doing some fishing, and then, of course, he got himself chasing up a rabbit, and then once he gets going, he just can't stop. And, well, he knows his way around the area pretty well. He'd come back home eventually.
Well, that's good to know that he's safe.
Alright, well, you're gonna back out now. Alright, buddy. Give these people a big thank you. Yeah, this big old boof. As the guy takes off with his dog.
Yay.
I hiding spot.
Crisis averted.
And you guys continue on to the trail.
That's for you to say and me to not.
I feel like that was a really delayed response for something.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Dies slowly.
That was a bit of fun. We found ourselves a bird friend, and then Don goes and makes himself a dog friend. Or Soaren goes and makes himself a dog friend. Excuse me.
What's that bird you got?
It's a cardinal.
Ooh.
They're not native from this area. I just happened to see him up in the trees and was able to get his attention. He actually belongs to an aviary in Phelan.
Wow. It flew kind of far.
Yeah. It did. I'm glad we're
Are you
able
going to
to...
return him?
I was planning on it. I'm glad we were able to find him, otherwise he might not have lasted out here all that long, especially with the temperature dropping.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there's more. We should probably look at all the birds we pass.
Well, a lot of the birds that are in the aviary are bright like this one. It would be very hard to miss.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I suppose so.
but thankfully we found this one, so hopefully we'll be able to bring him back home and keep him safe.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think now is a great time to take a little bit of a break and grab some lunch or whatever. We have been at this for several hours, and since the cart's already stopped and all that jazz.
I thought for a second you were actually calling for the break. I didn't realize the southern drawl for a second.
All right.
Okay. You guys get ready for your break. This gives you guys an opportunity to do foraging, to explore, have roleplay moments. Of course, like just in a smaller frame than your night shifts.
Moonzic will go foraging again, just to look for any rare items.
As the resident druid, Soaren will as well go foraging.
What is Soaren looking for?
Soaren is looking for stuff to be added to more food, stuff to be added to more meals, as well as kind of just snacks to eat on the way, along with anything that looks either out of place or not natural.
Okay. Go ahead and anybody else doing things? I'd say. Anybody else looking, exploring, talking, whatever. So I know what your goals are.
Bueller?
Mm-hmm.
Bueller?
What?
Ha 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 ha.
Windchime?
I don't know what her goals are. She's probably just fiddling her thumbs.
Okay.
Edward is going to enjoy the scenery from the bird's eye view of Cole.
You see Cole's like circling up above. He actually does end up following the little halfling and his dog, his big dog. he ends up following him just a little bit ways away to where he seems to have this nice spot by the river where he sits on a rock and casts his line.
I cast my line.
Oh, good to know that he's safe and sound.
You see the dog splashes in the water, and he's like, "Aw, Spot, you know that gets rid of all of the fish." Okay. I take it Nemo is not around. Do you leave?
No? He's still here.
Nope. I am not here.
Okay. You are not here. Then in that case, I won't ask you. Brine.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm going to take another look around and just look for any interesting anything interesting. I'm not looking for plans or anything in specific, just anything that catches my eye as maybe not necessarily being native or common.
Okay. Then for the three of you who are investigating / looking about, foraging, etc., while everybody else is eating, please go ahead and roll me your perspective checks.
Hey, that's better.
Hey, that's a nice number you got there.
I rolled a higher thing in my die, though, because I don't have as much of a bonus.
Oh, that's just got a +7, so excuse you. Who's the real winner?
Investigation or perception?
It is up to you, however you feel. Okay.
Well, shit.
So, you guys all go about, and just coincidentally, as is the sometimes happens, you guys all kind of wander together, because it's fun that way. You guys all wander together as you're looking and kind of just gently chatting about the happenings of the day and, you know, how excited you are to get to Phelan, and then from there to Nicojanus. And you guys kind of wander, and you find yourself at the edge of this meadow that has all of these yellow flowers all throughout them. And it looks really pretty. Very beautiful scene. Brine, from this vantage point, you can see that there's like a little trail that looks like maybe some animals have been wandering in like the area, like deer trails. You see it kind of like cuts through, and there's like a little like depression on the inside. I'm not explaining it very well, but basically where the area seems to have become a little bit more flat. It's rather tall meadow, as they tend to be when they're untamed. It's a very beautiful sight.
We all come across this, or just Brine?
Yep, all three of you are together.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
It's lovely.
How far
It is
do you
quite
think
the
we
sight.
are from Phelan? You know this area better than us.
I was going to say, am I able to guesstimate, or do I want to make a roll for that?
Yeah, you think that probably if, things continue at this really nice, this easy pace, you'll probably be there by tomorrow evening. You might not even after. You might even be able to sleep in a real bed.
Well.
Your bed, in fact.
Well, I can tell you one thing's for sure. Tomorrow night, I'm looking forward to sleeping in my bed for once. It's been months.
That's close, huh? Well, that's good to hear.
As long as we keep up the good pace that we have right now for the rest of the day and tomorrow, we'll be able to reach Phelan, collect our payments, and then go and bust in on good old Dordak, my roommate.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be delighted to see me.
That's awesome.
Well, it'd be nice to finally be able to make it to our destination.
You're not there.
It feels like it's taking a long time, but then again, we're traveling with our legs, where we're actually physically exerting ourselves rather than walking around a ship all day. I wonder how they're doing.
Yeah.
And at that,
Something.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say. So, Brine. I'm gonna say Brine and Dawn, and I'm only gonna include Dawn in this and not you, Cameron, because I feel like this is more his field.
No, I got you.
Field. Haha, I get it.
Boo!
Puns. It seems really quiet. Like, there's no sounds of like, you hear the sounds of like birds and things chirping from behind you, but you don't hear anything coming from the field.
Do you want to go down there, Soaren? I'm curious about this.
I am as well. It does seem kind of suspicious, but we should definitely keep our guard up.
That's what you got me for, right?
Did you notice what we were talking about?
No, I didn't, but I figured I might as long as we're all here, I'll go
Listen
with
to
you.
the birds.
And you too, in fact, hear that the birds are from behind you, not ahead of you.
I'm curious.
I'm gonna check the sky to see whether there is a raptor above.
No raptor above.
Odd. Usually when the birds go quiet, it's because they can see a predator. Which probably means we shouldn't walk down there, but, and she's gonna give a side eye at, Soaren. Where's the fun in that?
I do agree. We should just be on our toes, and we should be ready for anything to go horribly wrong.
And very quietly.
That as well.
And, Brine, in her own colorful way, is going to try and be stealthy.
Same with the Chim.
Okay. You guys make your way into the field of flowers.
Yeah.
You make your way into the field, and it doesn't take long. As you get closer, you can see that small depression that I was talking about before. And laying peacefully sleeping, it appears, are two deer. They appear to be like huddled up next to each other, resting. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Both of us?
A group stealth check. So
All three of
all
us?
of yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh!
Ah.
12 and
The one with the
21.
lowest modifier.
You see
Uh,
this,
the
the lowest
irony.
health modifier gets the absurd high roll.
you see this peaceful and calm scene before you, and you kind of cautiously approach. Yeah, you see these. You come a little bit closer. You can see these two deer. One of them has these big, beautiful antlers, and the other just is cuddle up right next to each other. They're just snoozing.
Yeah. Doesn't it seem weird that they're sleeping right now?
And the fact that there's dead silence here as well doesn't sit right with me.
I am going to take a look at the flowers on the off chance I recognize them, maybe from some story or something.
You go ahead and look at the flowers. Go ahead and roll a nature check or Arcana, depending on which one you want.
I would love Arcana.
Ooh.
Okay.
You
24.
know that these flowers. You know that there's something is off about them. They seem to have this pocket. The way these flowers are formed, it's more of like they almost look like buds, like they're closed right now. But they've got this beautiful yellow around it, like
Like a tulip?
like they're holding something. They
We need to leave now. Sorry, please continue.
go ahead. You say we need to leave now.
I'm playing a hunch. Do I know anything else? Because I am playing a hunch on out-of-game knowledge, and I do want to know if there's in-game knowledge here.
You get the feeling that the way that these are designed, that they look like they could almost push something out. Like
We should leave now. Very quietly, without touching any of the flowers.
Why? What's wrong with them?
When we get to the edge of the field, I'll play a hunch and show you.
okay,
Fair enough.
all of you to make me a stealth check again to leave this area.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
14.
Hey, we
Not
rolled another
great.
14. Let's go.
14!
Let's
21.
go. I like how we just
That was
switched.
actually, like, better than our last group stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not actually that bad.
I
You guys
just wanted to
quiet
throw.
and with caution avoid the flowers. The sleeping deer in the center, towards the center of the meadow. You guys make it out. The sound of chirping from behind you.
Alright. Playing the hunch. I'm right on the edge of the field of flowers, away from as many of them as I can, trying to get like one on the very edge.
Okay.
If something happens, get me out of this one. You guys were the ones who wanted to know, and I'm going to attempt to cut one of the flowers very carefully, free from the group,
Okay.
down by the stem.
Down by the stem, you go to cut the flower. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. There it is.
Wait, why couldn't we just do it with a mage hand?
Because he did it. It's fine.
I had something I could have done
Nate?
as well,
I mean,
but I waited too long.
Mage Hand can't wield knives anyway.
Okay.
Yes, it can.
You go and you go to cut the flower, and a ripple effect throughout the entire field. You can see that each one of these flowers squeezes themselves shut as some sort of spore. That's not the correct word, but some sort of spore erupts, and you can see it like a wave over the entire field as the whole field is just covered in these almost a smoke with how dense these spores are, as they all. You go to cut it, and you fall unconscious. You are.
And at that, Moonzic's gonna run up and pull her back.
Okay. Currently, there's kind of a cloud around her. If you into that cloud, I will have to ask for a Constitution saving throw.
In that case, I'm gonna wait
You
until
get that feeling that, like, because you could see the puff from all around the area.
in that case, I'm gonna wait until this like cloud dissipates a little bit, and then he's gonna go in.
Soaren?
Soaren, I think, is going to. Fuck. Can I do this? Hold on. Oh, no, that's not the thing I was thinking of. Shit. Okay, that's a 4th level spell, not a 3rd level. That's rough. Soren's gonna turn to, you're a Cheem right now, right?
Right.
Soren's gonna turn to Cheem. Do you want to try and grab her while holding our breath? I'm sure we could probably get out fast if we do it together.
That's probably the best idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
Actually,
You hold your breath as the two of you go to grab her. Oh, yes, you were going to say, actually.
I'm going to see if I can't pull her myself. If I fall unconscious, you go get Edward and the rest. It's better than both of us falling unconscious and losing time.
You do have a point. Would you like help with this though? I can still assist you from out here.
If you can, I'll take it.
I'm going to lay a hand on his shoulder and give him resistance.
Okay.
And what
Go
the-
ahead, and you're going to hold your breath and going to try to pull her out, yes?
Yes.
Alright. Brine, you're asleep right now, and you are immediately dreaming. Oh, you actually, yeah.
Is it biological weaponry or is it magical sleep?
It's biological.
Okay.
Does that... I guess, yeah, technically.
I'm only immune to being put to sleep magically. I was questioning it because you did have... I could roll Arcana, which implies it was magical.
Well,
yeah.
What isn't magical here?
Well, if it's magical, I'm immune to it, but not that kind of magical. I get it. This is why I ask.
That's a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I'm gonna stick with what I said before, but I'll keep that in mind. As you are right now, you're in a state of a very peaceful unconsciousness. It is. You immediately start dreaming of beautiful, beautiful imagery, like peaceful fields, running water. It's an incredibly calming rest. You, Moonzic, hold your breath and go to start to drag her out.
Yep.
Roll me a athletics.
Athletics, and what does the resistance do for me?
Right now, it only works for saving throws.
Got it.
But you get to add a d4 for, it's like guidance, but for saving throws.
Right, but if... Got it, okay.
Okay.
Right. Let's go 14!
You hold your breath as you begin to kind of pull and drag Brine out of the cloud of spores that were just erupted, and yeah, you were successfully able to kind of drag her out of the area, holding your breath. You kind of get back towards Soaren, and you feel that you are safe, and you're able to take a big breath of normal.
All right. Now that that's out of the way.
What should we do here, though?
Well, let's see if we can carry her back by ourselves. If
What?
not,
Attempt to wake me up!
well, that's true.
You do not hear, for I am asleep.
Well,
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I guess we'll try and shake her awake.
Give her a little.
that'll be Soren's idea. Moonzic was still thinking of carrying her.
Moonzic just stands there, like my idea. Come on,
Pretty much.
You give her a little shake.
Brine, wake up, please.
Go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw, Brine.
Hopefully lower DC now that I'm outside of the spore.
No, it's
you don't
actually
know.
higher. Joke's on you, it's actually higher.
Yeah.
It's a very peaceful sleep.
I've never slept a day before in my life, so like it's great. Like, this is what it's all about.
You get the feeling like deep inside you're like, oh, you're being like someone's trying to rouse you, but the beautiful soft running of the birds chirping up ahead, and this general calm is over you, and you kind of groan a little bit, but are still asleep. I wasn't gonna be that part of a DC, but
Well, there was a
We also weren't counting for that low of a roll. Well,
I suppose it's your option now, huh?
well, let's see if we can't carry her back.
how are you carrying her back? Out of curiosity.
Like a fireman's carry, like over the shoulder.
Important question. Did I successfully manage to cut one of those flowers? Because I would be.
You
clipping
did,
it.
and it's in your hand as we speak.
Also, to answer your earlier question, Edward, because I had to cut it. I needed to hold it still with one hand and cut it with my sea axe with the other.
Yeah, and I had a way of doing it as well, which I should have brought up before we did it, but I had a much safer way to do it.
No, it makes sense
It's
for
okay.
Brine to do it.
Yep.
So, kind of gripping one of these flowers, you get kind of hoisted up by Moonzic. Moonzic, fireman style. It's not a terribly difficult deed, especially since you have Soaren there to help put her on your shoulder. But go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
You bet.
And Soren's gonna follow behind. just in case she ends up falling.
She's unconscious. She is very heavy, and kind of keeps sliding. She kind of keeps sliding backwards a little bit too far. You have to keep pulling her forward.
Ouch!
Not too terribly long. But she's kind of
Why?
Conscious weight versus
kind of
unconscious
just
weight.
completely limp.
It's a matter of conscious weight versus unconscious weight. Don't you know?
There's a big There's a huge difference.
Jesus, I'm being dunked on.
But yeah, Soren's gonna follow behind just in case she ends up falling backwards. He can catch her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, we're doing it. Okay.
He rolled a 4.
Yeah, man.
That's
You're
good.
kind of catch her. She's like starts to slide backwards, and you start to pull over the grip. Kind of like push her back up on it. Go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw. Brine.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
She wakes up to her being dropped.
You wake up with like currently sprawled up over the shoulder of
Soaren.
and Soaren's kind of like got two hands on your shoulders. It's just kind of like you back into place. You kind of like lift her up and like look directly at his face. Like the sleep still kind of just like barely on the edge of his eyes. Because he's like in your face right now, like inches away, like not inches, like a foot away, kind of like pushing you back up.
Can
On.
it be inches?
Yes, it can be inches.
He's gonna say,
Soaren, I'm unconscious for literally a minute, and you're already getting this familiar. What the hell?
Look who's carrying you there, Brine.
Yeah, I trust you.
oh, so you would rather fall? And he's gonna let go.
Wow! We're all being a bunch of dicks today.
Yes, we are.
No, just you guys.
Dexterity save?
Yes.
Not one.
It was like slide, like the support, like he didn't really have that great of a grip on you to begin with. It was all Soaren kind of like pushing him up on the shoulder. You slide like a slug off the back of his shoulder and face plant right into the ground.
I do not appreciate these descriptions. Heavier than expected, like a slug.
Hey, we don't appreciate your dice rolls, man.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd fall that hard.
Prestidigitation to clean my face.
He's gonna reach down to give her a helping hand to get up.
Well, that was certainly something. I thought I might have been a little safer than that from a sleep effect. Never actually had a full sleep before.
You feel very well rested.
For sleeping for 2 minutes.
Anyway, as I kind of thought, that whole field puts you into a bit of a nasty sleep if you walk into it unawares. So,
Yes, I can see. I'm glad you made it out okay.
Yeah.
Can't say the same for those two deer that were in the middle of it, though.
No.
Playing off of your hunch, you feel like the having interacted with it, knowing everything that you do, you believe that the way that these plants like eat is by decomposition from creatures. And that it appears to be that like they put them into a magical sleep that is peaceful and whatnot as their bodies die and they begin to rot. They feed the species.
Neat.
So you just killed 2 deer. How do you feel?
It killed nothing.
The deer were
totally
to begin with.
off topic. I have a totally off-topic question that has no reason to be asked, but is this gas that was produced, is it flammable?
It's not really a gas, it's more of a spore.
It's pollen, right?
Yeah.
Spores are...
I had intrusive thoughts, and I just wanted to ask.
Oh, of course
Very intrusive thoughts. We're not blowing up a flower field.
But why not?
This is like kind of
Soaren and Brine looking at Moonzic or Cheem with puppy dog eyes. But why not?
I don't want any of the villagers coming out here with their pitchforks and blaming us for a terrorist attack.
What's a terrorist attack?
Never mind.
Oh.
I say a little too quickly.
But having brushed yourselves off, you have one of these arrows. You can go ahead and throw that into your inventory. And then you guys, I presume, make your way back.
What should I call it? The flower?
Call it, just you put it like the sleep flower or whatever. Just come with a description. You don't know what its name is. Mostly because I don't know what its name is. But I'll figure that out later. So you guys make your way back. Are you guys still on the hunt for things? It didn't actually take you too terribly long to go through all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Might as well.
Okay. I need, you get, each of you gets, excuse me, Soaren and Cheem, please roll me 2 d20s, and Brine, roll me 3.
Oh, each of us roll 2 d20s.
Oh, that's rough.
11!
I roll 3.
Ha! I beat you by 1 number. Get right.
Good lord!
Oh my.
Wow, these rolls are just something, aren't they?
It's all or nothing, apparently.
Well, I got 3 rolls.
Oh, it's rough, Chief.
It's not rough. I'm happy.
I mean, your rolls with the 3 dice almost triple mine, and I have 2. That's not how it should work.
Eh.
Yeah.
I love how A was definitely the best response.
Team, you find some acorns. You find some chicory.
Ooh.
Dawn, you find some.
Oh.
You find some crab apples.
Hey.
Somebody might be interested in. And you also find some fiddleheads, young ferns.
Or
Fiddleheads. Fiddle. Fiddle heads.
Don't know what that did.
The fiddlehead fern. Hill.
Hello.
I should say Brine. Brine finds some chicken of the rooms.
Some chicken?
Chicken of the woods. It's a savory type of mushroom. It's really big. It's really delicious. You can find them foraging out basically anywhere, as far as I know. You also find some what was that? 3? Oh, you also find some fiddlehead ferns. And 13. Some black walnuts. Right? Yes.
Ha! They're not as good as my truffles.
Because this is a competition, right?
Well, either way, it's...
It's something about wanting to buy honey.
Either way, this is, these are some good ingredients for dinner or breakfast later on.
Yeah.
Indeed. With what we have found, perhaps we should get back to the group, see what has happened in our stead, or in our absence.
Let's sit on back.
Okay.
Alright.
While they were gone, they probably were only gone for, 20 or so minutes, maybe 30 max. What were the rest of you doing? Anything additional besides what you previously mentioned, twiddling your thumbs?
I want to read Heroes of Theseus.
Okay.
Windchamp's just helping with lunch.
Okay.
You read about a half orc paladin.
You guys will arrive back. You see Windchime getting some lunch. Work together for everybody.
Food's just about ready.
What are you making?
We are making salad. Cabbage salad. Mostly dandelion leaves.
Okay.
With like a hint of like pine needle and some dressing.
Fine.
The dressing is like
The true adventurer's lunch.
it's like honey with some like creek water, so
Creek water?
Hold up.
Interesting. Interesting.
Alright.
Everybody who eats this week roll me a constitution save. I'm just kidding.
Hold up.
Very nice. You guys arrive? Are you guys saying anything, or you guys just want to pack up and get going?
Back up and get going for now, I suppose.
Back up and get going.
You enjoy your lunch and set off.
I'm very sorry. I'm having a hard time focusing on everything that I need to. I know I got Chicken of the Woods, but I hyper focused on that, and I did not hear what else I got.
Fiddlehead ferns and black walnuts.
Okay.
Yeah, black walnuts and fiddlehead ferns.
Black walnuts got used, I assume, but
What?
sorry. Thank you for your patience with me.
How dare you? Anymore?
Thank you, God.
The rest of you finish up your salads. Everybody who wants it, and you all pile back in and take off. Let's see here. Just gotta roll real quick.
And you all get struck by lightning. You're all dead.
And it was my lightning. I cast call of lightning, or just call lightning.
And you hit yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna question it.
It was to assert dominance.
For sure.
In a way of like, if I'm going out, you're going out with me, except you're not threatening me at all, so I'm just...
Going out, and you're all going out with me.
What the fuck?
Alright. Piling back in. Do we want to roll a perception check? You want to for the second leg of the journey?
I'll have an Animo do it. For sure. Because advantage was perception for him.
Give me another performance check, please, Winston.
Okay.
Soaren's gonna look out with.
I'll definitely take the 17.
Oh. Soren's gonna kind of watch out with
Oh,
his bench
I'm not having a
buddy.
good go today.
All right.
You said Soren's gonna look out?
Yeah.
Brine is messing
That's
around with a
rough.
flower to try and get a nap out of it.
You're like,
You're like,
Ignoring it.
you're like sucking on the flower head.
And this is how Brine developed an unsettling drug addiction.
It's a shame.
roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, for realsies?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
If Brian is actually trying to do that,
That did not work.
you can
as we wanted it to.
use, if you would like to. This is a circumstance where if you want to fail, you could use a
No,
hero
I
point.
think it's funnier
No,
if she fails
Brian's-
getting to sleep.
Brian's like, now that I'm in a safe place, I really would like to do some more research into the sleep thing. Just breathe in this huge cloud of smoke of pollen.
Oh, of course.
Soren Druid Craft opens the flower head.
Just like
Yeah, you can do Druidcraft.
breathes in deeply, and then
Druidic.
5 minutes later is just like, well, damn.
Didn't work.
I still
with
feel a
that
little
you.
woozy.
Were you?
Perhaps this could be useful.
Self-fulfilling
This is
prophecy.
really this is almost too funny for me. I'm so, just for the laughs. Windchime, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
The driver.
Yeah, as you
Okay, fine. If you're not next to her, then that's fine. But she
would
did
like.
get a 5, so
Yeah.
okay, you're fine.
Although I would like some random on the cart next to me just to like conk
Pass
out.
Yes.
someone behind you. You don't even notice them. They just fall behind.
Ooh, he must have
They're
been
just in the
tired.
cart, down for the count. You're like, what the heck?
He must have been tired. Weird.
Brian's just like, whoops.
Oh.
So you guys go through the second part of of the day's journey, and you at this point in time, everybody kind of keeping a lookout for any spot that might be good to bed down for the night. It is in the back cart. Is I assume still Anemo and Cheem, right?
And Chim's looking in on the bird from time to time, making sure it's okay.
It tweets at you. It's pretty content to be in captivity in comparison, like to another kind of bird that'd be freaking out. The two of you are kind of like looking at this place, and you kind of see just beyond the tree line there appears to be some sort of like a clearing that, based off of the tracks, this is behind everybody as they're kind of all going forward. Based off the tracks, looks like it could be a good place to bed down for the night. But you guys are slowly making your way past it, so you'll have to say something if you think it's a good spot.
What does the daylight look like right now?
The sun is setting.
This might be a good place to sit down if we want to set up for the evening. Not sure if we'll come across a clearing quite as nice.
Ooh. I suppose let me jump out real quick. You see the Dragonborn from before kind of hops out, kind of jogs up to the front and kind of pats on the thing. Looks like these two found like what might be a good spot to bed down for the night.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah, we got
I suppose so.
whatnot.
And so long as nothing goes wrong, tomorrow we'll be in Phelan before the end of the day.
You guys, everybody kind of pulls the carts and whatnot into the clearing. Immediately, however, everybody actually can see that the clearing it's a rather, decent sized clearing, and directly in the center is a barrel.
Just like a random barrel sitting there, out of human influence, in the middle of nowhere. That's gonna mildly rouse my suspicion. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try to open the barrel from afar.
Sees barrel, gets One Piece flashbacks.
Can't you kind of touch it with a mage hand, and there doesn't seem to be anything you can do to open it. Did you touch it with the mage hand?
I'm gonna poke it from afar.
You do that.
I'm going to stroke it from afar.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna recall my mage hand. I'm gonna grab a dagger with it. I'm gonna try to remotely pry it open with a mage hand.
Roll me a dexterity check with mage hand. You can't get it open.
Get a little help with a little bit of prying open with mage hand.
Well, if someone goes
Brine,
up with me to
Brine
watch my
Eldritch blasts the top of the barrel.
Do you?
We're doing it.
Yep.
Okay, you Eldritch blast the top of the barrel. Roll to hit.
Alright. Oh, I guess I'll just.
It'll be 14.
I don't have my token out, so.
Yeah, roll to hit and damage, right? Because it should do all at once, right?
As we proceed to destroy the barrel.
9. Yeah, I don't. I can't roll to hit from this page, so I have to roll.
How can you not roll the hit from your character sheet?
You could also just drag out your token too.
Yeah.
And then
that hits.
D10 plus. So that's the first blast. If that doesn't open it, I can. I have a second blast.
The top of the barrel goes flying, and actually the entire barrel kind of gets pulled out of where it kind of was sitting in the ground and gets knocked right over, flying.
What's in it?
Do you go up to it?
Yeah.
Whoever goes up
Maybe
there, Team's going to follow behind, and just be wary and be ready.
There seems to... Okay, yeah, you go up to it. Looking at it a little bit closer, you can see that before it was blasted, there appears to have been something kind of scratched in the side of it, but it's kind of broken and it's empty.
Can I mend it to see the original state of what it was with mending?
Yeah, you could.
I'm going to cast mending on the scratched side of the barrel.
Kind of put everything all together. Mend. Cheem, you said you walked up to it, right?
I'm walking up behind Edward.
Okay.
Just to, back him up.
I gonna have to roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, give me a second. This is terrible. So sorry.
All of you, if you look on my Twitch page right now, you get to see a cat that is very content with chin scratches and head scratches.
You can see this live right now on twitch.tv/FrigidHyperion. That's twitch.tv/FrigidHyperion.
Or if you're watching this YouTube video.
Well,
Special privileges.
Special privileges. I mean, I probably won't cut this out.
Okay. I'm trying to draw a little bit better. You see this symbol formed,
Oh.
and it's on the head of the skull right now. Yes, you see this symbol formed.
can I roll a history check to see if I recognize it?
Absolutely.
18.
You don't know.
What? Would Moonzic know? Oh.
I mean, history check for Moonzic.
Would Moonzic know what this is?
Yes.
Oh. What the?
I just got that. Actually, I know that symbol.
What is it?
It's thieves' cant. The particular symbol here means cash.
Like cash SH or cash CHE?
CHE.
Huh.
So there's some kind of supplies, I would imagine. Either they were in the barrel or they're nearby somewhere.
Do you assume that the sparrow is an accomplice to some sort of smuggling or trade or something of that nature?
I have my theories. It's entirely possible.
What do you think they were trying to smuggle? Money?
It could be a great
Supplies?
It could be a great number of things that they were trying to smuggle. Would I be able to roll a history check to see? I know the goings on of Phelan and the nearby
Yes, you
areas.
do. Roll me a history check. It's been a while.
I'll take a
So
14.
Oh, bruh.
this in particular is a little bit different than like there's many different types of thieves' cant, as you know. This is a form that is used by, and I'm gonna whisper it to you.
Yep.
Apparently thieves can't speak directly for some reason. They have to be as cryptic as possible.
I wonder why.
You're adjacently familiar with the group. It's not somebody, not a group that you would work with.
Is that supposed to be an A or that's supposed to be a Y after that first letter?
Hold on.
I think it's supposed to be a Y.
Let me pull it up and check. Yeah, actually. Oh, I just pulled the
Why is the turn order up? What the
I
fuck?
accidentally did that. I don't know how it happened.
Roll initiative.
Fuck!
Now roll initiative against the DM.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes, it is supposed to be a Y.
Okay. Actually, looking at this particular symbol, I know exactly who this belongs to.
Who?
It's kind of a, it's an underground organization. A crime syndicate. And you're giving me that look I know of. Of course I would know that.
I'm not surprised. I can't say I'm surprised.
Of course not. But this particular syndicate is extremely notorious for being, well, undetected in, in the common world. They're known as the Myriad. Actually, now that I think about it, yes. Before I went to Palmaflora, actually, I probably shouldn't be talking about this in case there's any ears listening. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. But just keep an eye on that.
Okay,
But we need to keep a very close watch tonight.
Are we taking the stuff in the cache?
Is there?
I mean, we did kind of blow it open.
Is there anything in the cache?
No, it's completely empty.
It's an empty barrel.
Oh, okay.
You think there might be something buried underneath the barrel?
Possibly.
You want to check?
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Oh yeah, stealing from thieves has never hurt anybody in their lives.
You start digging?
I guess so, yeah.
Yep.
Start digging underneath where the barrel was. You dig and dig. Everybody else has kind of set up camp in the clearing.
We're here digging underneath the barrel.
Yeah.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
I
am
You spent a good deal of
dwarf,
time
and
and you
diggy
did not be
hole.
able to find anything under the hole. In under the cache.
Nothing?
Nothing. I'm assuming that whoever was supposed to pick this up has already come to collect it. But just all
Possibly.
the same. Just all the same.
I mean, what do you think they would be smuggling?
I have my ideas. But again, I don't know if this area is under surveillance or not. And I don't feel
I
comfortable.
suppose so. We should. Can I cast mending on the floor? Is that a thing?
On the ground? Don't
Like-
just put it back.
Don't stop.
Yeah. Put the dirt back and then make it look like we didn't dig.
It wouldn't look like that. Like, no matter, like, no. No, that's not what mending is for.
Yeah.
You can, if you would like to roll for something, you could roll for something to see, to try to, like, cover up your tracks. I would say, survival would make sense for this.
Alright, who's got a good wisdom? Not me, but I'm still gonna roll it. Because I am paranoid.
I have a 2 for survival. I could try it.
That's better than mine.
I'll
You're
try
probably
it, I
better off
guess.
doing it then. I've only got a +1.
I don't know, Edward, do you have any ideas of how to, have any pointers that you could help me with to make sure this grass is, well, pointing up instead of at the bottom?
I mean, Soaren is a druid. We could just throw some seeds over it and have him make it, bloom up.
That's true. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but either way. It looks
Nope.
completely disturbed.
You do have advantage, by the way.
I do?
Yeah, because he's with you.
Oh,
And
okay. I'll take
That's
the
good.
19.
Yeah, that helps a lot. That's a 15 difference right there.
Kind of pat the area, and there's like this one spot that you were like a little nervous about because like you just didn't have the grass to fill it back in, and you just kind of set the barrel now mended right on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look like you did a pretty good job.
And we'll go back over to the rest of the group, and Moonzic will say, for those of us that'll be on watch tonight, I suggest that we keep a very close eye.
That's all of us, right?
Right.
Yes. I think it would be quite effective if we took heed of a possible threat that may or may not emerge from prodding around.
So that particular barrel,
Alright.
just to give some clarity on it, did have a symbol inside of it. The thieves' cant symbol for cash. There was nothing inside, so whoever was supposed to pick it up has already picked it up. But the specific marking, the specific symbology used is used by a very dangerous underground crime syndicate.
So, why are we here, then? Shouldn't we find the most safe camping space?
We're already set up, aren't we? And plus, we don't know if we're going to come across another wide area at a decent time.
I suppose. Still, I'm uncomfortable about this one.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I can have Cole keep watch for us for this entire time that we're here.
At least until we're ready to go and watch, that would... Or, while we're watching, yeah, that would be good to have a bird's eye view. No pun intended, of course.
As everybody is kind of getting things together, again, you have yet another opportunity to go out and about. Foraging, looking around, etc.
After setting up
Setting up a
tents,
camp, doing things.
after setting up a tent with animals, Moonzic will go around and forage a little bit.
Okay. Anybody else?
Edward,
What is everybody else doing? With your hour of... half an hour of daylight.
Soaren is going to forage a tiny bit, but upon hearing what was going on with the barrel, he's mostly going to be checking for any traces of anything being here.
That's a good point, yeah.
Anything being here, anything that might have been here, or anything that might be coming.
That's a good
Okay.
point. I'm gonna go and do like that security sweep with Soaren then, instead of foraging.
I mean, I'm going to forage a tiny bit while I do it, but I'm mostly going to be focused on that.
Yeah.
Brine?
Yeah, I'll help cook. But, with any free time I have, this is security sweep.
yeah.
Okay.
Moonzic is gonna give Brine the chicory that he found.
The chicory?
Yeah. Might be good for spice.
Sure. I'm not really sure what I'm going to make. I'm not feeling the best, to be honest.
I understand. Did you?
Vincent?
She's gonna forage with Nahiri, probably.
One more time?
She's gonna forage with Nahiri.
Okay. And Edward.
Edward's been sitting around all day. He's gonna forage too.
Okay. Are you guys all going in the same... I assume Nahiri and Windchime are kind of going off on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soaren and Moonzic will kind of be sticking by each other.
Yeah.
And Edward, you're kind of going off by yourself?
Yeah. Why not? I'm going to leave Cole with like the members of the party, and I'm gonna say if anything goes wrong with me, I'll have Cole fly over and give you a sign.
Okay. Go ahead and everybody who is foraging, roll your prospective foraging check.
So,
Nature.
Since we're searching, you want investigation or...
Nature, well, you guys are looking for danger, so probably more along the lines of
Perception.
perception or investigation?
perception. Yeah.
Oh! Wow, lame.
Don't worry, we got a 17 to back us up. We're good.
Okay. I need each one of you, please. You're foraging too, Brine?
I said I'd do a sweep
Okay.
whenever I wasn't cooking, so my
Okay.
role doesn't matter as much.
Between Don and Cameron, pick one and roll me a straight d20.
You rolled a
Oh.
higher perception, so I'll let you do it.
Alright.
Good luck. Best of luck.
Okay. And
Oh,
Okay.
we're gonna fucking die.
Lily and Rocky, please also roll me a d20.
We don't know what the 2 means.
I'm gonna die.
We don't know what these numbers mean.
Okay.
You're gonna die. Start screaming and
You
running.
know what? These numbers mean how many bandits we're going to encounter.
Fuck that! I'm sorry, a D20?
Uh,
Don't worry, they all have 10.
Okay. So, Rocky, Edward goes out, kind of off by himself, as you go looking for anything of. In this area, you don't find anything other than, shrubs and nothing that seems like it could be tasty or useful. Lily, you and Nahiri are kind of out and about as well. Looking for anything. She says to you, so far I've kind of had a weird amount of fun. So thank you so much for inviting me along. It's better than what would have been with old Grandma Gable. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're having fun. It's definitely better having you here.
Yeah, I agree. Having you here is better. Oh, look! What is that? And she kind of goes over and she pulls out a flower. That it's just like these blue flowers, wild.
Guys,
They're really pretty.
I'm so sorry.
But small.
I'm so sorry. I have to go.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He finally snorted too much of that flower and was knocked out cold.
And she kind of hands it to you and is like, she kind of like takes it and she puts one flower in your hair.
Aww.
Beautiful.
Heart clutch.
I feel so pretty now.
You're always pretty.
Aww. Do you want me to put flowers in your hair too? We can braid it into our hair.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh.
Oh, 17.
Hey.
You know what? Yeah, sure. You can totally put some flowers in my hair if you want.
It's gonna look so good on you, Nahiri.
She blushes.
Aww.
That's sweet.
Well, that's happening.
Heart clutch.
The sun is setting in full now. Long shadows are being cast by the setting sun, and suddenly, and it kind of plays tricks on your mind, right? You're especially since you're looking for danger. You're like every long shadow kind of catches the corner of your eye. Cheem, you hear a snapping of a twig, and suddenly a volley of 3 arrows seems to hit you. Give me just a second here.
All hands on deck.
They just straight up hit me.
No, hold on. No, just give me a second.
Okay.
Trying to look.
Waka waka.
Just have to pull it up. It's 1, 2, 3. Any of those hit?
Just the 21.
He says none of them.
You take 6 piercing damage as an arrow lands and hits you directly into your shoulder. The cutting and it's pretty painful. As you what do you do?
Would this have given away their position?
Only if they have
Nope.
don't have Elker.
You
Which
do not know.
If anyone's there, step out. I don't want to fight.
You see 3 you see two men and a woman. They both appear to be all 3 of them appear to be wearing like slightly camouflage clothes, and they come out with their hands up, and the woman in front, she says, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean to hit you. I did not know you were a person. I'm so sorry. As they kind of like make their way out. Are you okay? I think I have a first aid kit.
Believe it or not, this is not the first time I've suffered this kind of injury. It hurts, but I can always treat it myself. You don't have to worry yourself too much.
I promise you, we're just local hunters. I'm so sorry. We've been looking for a pack of wolves that have been in the area, all three of us just saw the movement, and I'm so sorry. She kind of, again, hands are still in the air.
I just want to roll a quick insight. Not that
What?
I don't trust them, but just to see if there's like a weird gut instinct about this that seems off.
Yeah. Are they really remorseful, or are they just good at pretending to be remorseful?
You get the vibe that these are in fact some hunters, and that this was a terrible accident.
It's alright. I've made a blunder myself here and there in my younger days. Well, look at where I am right now.
You are you guys hunters too?
Not particularly, we're more travelers.
Then what are you doing out here in the middle of the woods?
We're traveling with a caravan as of right now, and where we decided to set up camp, there was something that kind of gave us a little bit of worry. We thought we would scout out the area around here and look for traps. You know, not necessarily like hunting traps, but any magical traps that might have the intent to kill a person.
Oh. Well, I don't know anything about that around here. I'm so sorry. You see, she comes a little bit closer and, like, she, like, hesitantly, like, tries to, like, come up to you, and she looks like she wants to tend to your wounds.
I'll let her.
Ah, God, that does not look good. I'm so sorry. Again, you're lucky you're wearing that armor.
Indeed. Good shot, though.
Thanks, I think. Actually, I think it was my shot. Just saying. Not that it makes a difference. So sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt you.
That's alright.
I don't have much, but for your troubles, here, he hands you 5 gold pieces.
That's not entirely necessary.
No, I insist that I feel pretty bad about that. As you should.
Well, in any event, is your guys' camp nearby here?
Yeah, not too terribly far. We were just planning on, well, not so much. We're looking to set up camp ourselves. Thinking about climbing up a tree and keeping an eye out. Those damned wolves.
Did you guys want to set up camp near us, by chance?
I definitely wouldn't mind.
Safety
With all of the,
I was going to say
with the,
safety numbers and all that.
absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's getting dark anyway, and
Right. We'll just finish up business here.
I'm so sorry again. I kind of got me a little spooked. Thought I heard howling earlier.
It's alright. Accidents happen. Just happy it wasn't, I'm just happy it wasn't in a lethal area. That's all.
Like the groin.
Edward, you're not here. Shut up.
Yeah, that's funny because I thought it'd be fun.
Okay. You guys continue your walk around the area, making various small chat with these hunters. You come to find out that their names are. Where's my book? Where did I put that piece of paper? Sorry. Pulling up my... You find out their names are Morgan, Sam, and Kayla.
Okay.
And that they are local hunters.
Can also be abbreviated to KMS.
Wow.
That's good. You don't find any evidence for that would point to the location being a trap.
Okay.
As you make your way back into camp, everybody empty-handed. You see Henry comes up to you and be like, "Oh, found some wayward souls."
Actually, quite a few of these people are our caravan.
Wait, they've been here the whole time? I don't recognize your faces.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're just local hunters. We ran across these two. May have accidentally shot him. That matters. We were hoping that we could set up camp with you guys. Yeah, that's fine by me, I guess. We expect everybody to pull their own around here, though, so, you're on dish duty. As you guys begin to bed down for the night. Go ahead, and we are going to take our break right here. We'll take half an hour.
Alright.
And I will see you all shortly.
Alright, sounds good. This will be the end of part 1. We'll see you shortly for part 2.